Have you ever wondered what it would be like if the Sidemen played Among Us with a Mafia twist? Well, you're about to find out. Imagine the thrill of playing the popular online multiplayer game Among Us, where you and your friends are crew members on a spaceship, trying to complete tasks while identifying the imposters among you. Now picture the chaos that ensues when the Sidemen, a group of 7 British YouTubers known for their hilarious gaming commentary, step into the spaceship. But hold on, today's gameplay isn't just your run-of-the-mill Among Us experience. We're throwing in a Mafia twist. Not 1, not 2, but 3 imposters are on the loose, causing havoc and sowing distrust among the crew. The stakes are higher, the suspense is thicker, and the drama? Oh, it's about to reach fever pitch. So are you ready for this wild ride? Without further ado, let's dive into the gameplay and see who emerges victorious. As our game kicks off, the crewmates are busy completing their tasks while the imposters are on the hunt. The spaceship is buzzing with activity. Some crewmates are rushing to the reactor to solve complex sequences, while others are carefully swiping their cards in the admin room. The air is thick with tension, and the quiet hum of the spaceship is only interrupted by the occasional beep of a completed task. The imposters, however, have a different agenda. They're lurking in the shadows, watching, waiting. They're not interested in tasks. Their mission is simple: sabotage and eliminate, all while maintaining a facade of innocence. They blend in, pretending to fix wires and upload data, but their eyes are always scanning, always searching for their next victim. Meanwhile, the crewmates are trying their best to stay alive. They stick together, moving as a group from one task to another. It's a strategy aimed at minimizing the risk, but it also slows down their progress. The tasks are piling up, and the clock is ticking. They know they need to act fast, but no one wants to be the next victim. On the other hand, the imposters are playing a psychological game. They're laying traps, setting off alarms, trying to scatter the crewmates and create confusion. Their strategy is to sow panic and suspicion, to turn the crewmates against each other. They're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity to strike. And then, just as the crewmates start to breathe easy, thinking they might just make it, the unexpected happens. There's a sudden gasp, a flash of color, and then silence. The imposters have made their first move. One of the crewmates has been eliminated. The once bustling spaceship is now eerily quiet, the tension palpable. The crewmates are in shock. They scramble, trying to figure out who could have done it. The imposters, on the other hand, are playing it cool. They blend back into the crowd, their faces as innocent as ever. The game has truly begun now. The first body has been found. Let the accusations begin. The body has been discovered, and the crewmates are in a frenzy. Who could it be? The first emergency meeting is called, and the tension is palpable. The crewmates gather, their avatars huddled around the table, ready to discuss the grim discovery. Accusations start flying around the room, each more heated than the last. "Blue was acting suspicious," says one. "I saw them lingering near the vents." The accused, Blue, is quick to defend themselves. "I was just completing my tasks. You're trying to frame me." The defense is compelling, but also desperate. Is it a truthful plea or a clever bluff? Then, another crewmate chimes in. "I saw Red and Green together before the body was found. Where's Green now?" The room goes silent for a moment. Red stammers, We split up. I went to the engine room." The suspicion towards Red grows. This is where the dynamics of the game really shine. The careful balance between accusation and defense, the art of deception, and the calculated risks taken by the imposters. It's not just about finding the imposter, it's about surviving the chaos of doubt and suspicion. As the discussion reaches a fever pitch, it's time for the voting process. Each crewmate casts their vote, a mix of intuition, suspicion, and sometimes just plain guesswork. The votes are tallied and the verdict is in. Blue, the one who was accused first, receives the majority of the votes. With the vote cast, Blue is ejected from the spaceship. Their avatar floats away, disappearing into the cold void of space. The crewmates watch, their relief short-lived as they realize the game is far from over. The question hangs in the air, thick with uncertainty. Was it the right decision? As the meeting disperses, the crewmates return to their tasks, their minds filled with doubt. They know that at least 2 imposters are still among them, lying in wait. The game continues, the stakes now higher than ever. With the vote cast, one of the crewmates is ejected. But was it the right decision? Let's find out. The game is still afoot, and the suspense is just beginning. Stay tuned as we dive into the mid-game mayhem. Back to the spaceship, the game is in full swing. The crewmates are scrambling and the imposters are thriving. The oxygen levels are dwindling, a calculated move by the imposters to divide and conquer. The crewmates, in their desperate scramble, split up to fix the oxygen, leaving themselves vulnerable. Meanwhile, the remaining tasks are piling up. There's a medbay scan pending, wires to be fixed, and the admin data still needs uploading. The crewmates are racing against the clock, trying to complete these tasks before the imposters strike again. Suddenly, a body is reported. It's chaos in the meeting room as accusations fly. In the midst of the frenzy, one of the imposters plays a masterstroke, shifting blame onto an innocent crewmate. The votes are cast, and with a majority, the innocent crewmate is ejected. The imposters are now one step closer to victory. But wait, a plot twist. One of the crewmates has been suspiciously quiet. They've been observing, gathering information, and now they call an emergency meeting. They lay out their deductions, pointing out the subtle inconsistencies in the imposters' stories. This is a game changer, turning the tide in favor of the crewmates. Yet, the game is far from over. The imposters, though cornered, are not defeated. They have a plan, a strategy to sow discord and confusion. They sabotage the lights, plunging the spaceship into darkness. The crewmates stumble in the dark, trying to restore light, unaware of the danger lurking around the corner. Every second counts. Every task completed, every accusation made, every vote cast could mean the difference between survival and defeat. The stakes are high and the pressure is on. The crewmates must work together, trust each other, and outsmart the imposters to survive. As we approach the endgame, tensions are high. Who will survive this deadly game of deceit? With only a few players left, each decision could mean life or death. Who will come out on top? As the game hurtles towards its climax, the remaining crew members are in a frenzy. The once bustling spaceship is now a silent battleground, with each corner potentially hiding a deadly trap. The remaining few tasks loom like mountains, the stakes higher than ever. Our first surviving player, KSI, is on his own, navigating the ship's labyrinthine corridors. He's a heartbeat away from completing his final task, a complex wiring puzzle that's more brain-buster than time-waster. With bated breath, we watch as he successfully completes it, the triumph in his avatar's tiny pixelated face almost palpable. Meanwhile, Vicstar 123, crafty as ever, has been playing a dangerous game. Unbeknownst to the others, he's one of the imposters, his hands stained with the pixelated blood of his friends. He's been biding his time, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. His last kill, a masterstroke of timing and deceit that sent shockwaves through the crew. Then comes the ultimate emergency meeting. The tension is high, the accusations fly fast and furious. KSI, having completed his tasks, is on a mission to unmask the imposters. He makes his case with the fervor of a seasoned detective, laying out his observations, his suspicions. Vicstar 123, on the other hand, is the picture of calm, coolly deflecting the accusations with well-placed doubts and alibis. And then the vote, the moment of truth. The air is thick with anticipation. One by one, the votes are cast, and then the reveal. The gasps of surprise echo through the digital space as the true identities of the imposters are finally brought to light. The game ends not with a bang, but with the soft, chilling sound of an airlock sliding open. And there you have it, another thrilling game of Among Us with the Sidemen. Who saw that ending coming? What a game that was. Let's take a moment to recap the key moments and strategies. From the outset, The three imposters set the stage for an intense game, weaving a web of deception that kept us on the edge of our seats. The artful dodging, the cunningly placed sabotage, and the heated debates all played into a thrilling game of Among Us with a mafia twist. The standout player, without a doubt, was the third imposter. Their strategy of blending in and playing the long game was truly impressive. They managed to avoid suspicion while systematically taking out the crewmates one by one. The most exciting moment came at the final showdown, an electrifying face-off that had us all holding our breaths. The outcome, while unexpected, was a testament to the unpredictable nature of this game. Thanks for joining us for this unique game of Among Us. Stay tuned for more Sidemen gaming adventures.